Boom, we're live. Oh, Zach's just going to the washroom or something. And we're going to talk about matches from this past weekend. Run a little late. Should have been on about 20 minutes ago, but it's hard. It's nice out, sunny, good times. Oh, see who hops on. We got a whole one watching. Okay. Try to bring up the matches. Know what to talk about. Way up here. Holy crap. It's coming. There's the order. Okay. Well, as soon as Zach gets here. Oh, you back?
I'm here. I'm just setting up.
Oh, okay. No sweat. I just brought up the list again because I forgot the order of the matches. Yeah, we end up with 9. Was it 9 matches in total?
Sorry, I kept hitting the unmute button. Yeah, it was 9 matches.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Eat your leg
There's
matches.
2.
Gotta find a charging spot here.
Well, oh, the algorithm must be screwy. No one's even popped on the pod yet. We got one.
Perfect. That's all we need.
Yeah, all these shorts have screwed everything up. No, I'm just bugging. We actually gained 4 subs since the shorts started going up. So
That's good.
yeah, we went up, and actually it was funny. We went up to 428, and then we lost one, and then we went up to 428 again, and then we went to 429, and then we lost one, and then we went to 429 again. So we're like losing one for every 2 we gain. Well, as long as we're getting more than we're losing, we're doing good. So now, I was just Gavin and them actually weren't first. It was the first match was Roger Shipton and Jaden Hill.
Yep, Roger and Jaden.
Yep.
Good
Kind of what
match.
it was a good match. I kind of expected it. I thought Jaden might catch him
Yeah.
just because Jaden's probably statically a lot stronger. So, and that's kind of what happened, right?
Yeah.
Roger almost got him though. Almost got him.
It's
But he wouldn't
close.
do it 3 times, right? Yeah.
Jaden is really hard to finish.
Yeah, you have
Hardest
to
part
have
about
a
Jaden is
press.
finishing them.
You have to have a press. Yeah.
You gotta have a press, or you gotta have like a consistent drive that doesn't
Doesn't stop. Yeah.
doesn't
If
stop or
he
get any
slows you
weaker at the
down and
bottom.
stuff too,
Yeah,
it
if you
gets
start to slow down, he's stopping you.
yeah.
But
Yeah, in my super match with him, I just hit him right as hard as I could. And then I just transitioned right away. Yeah. But Roger needed to hit him and then transition to the shoulder press right away. And Roger was hitting but not transitioning. So
thing
that
is about Jaden about hitting with the shoulder press is you gotta fully commit inside because if he meets you inside, he's also good inside.
oh, he's very strong inside. I lost one round to him because I went in for what happened was I tried to finish him without the press and I allowed him to get me kind of back up to about 40%. And then I went in for the press and he was able to pull me outside my shoulder and hook me. Yeah. Yeah. And then I didn't make that mistake again after that though. Yeah. But no, Jaden's actually a good puller. He is a good puller. He's been pulling a long time. He needs to pull more. I think he struggles with confidence issues. If he just kept pulling and kept coming to practice, he would be really good. Yeah,
Oh yeah, 100%. He's got the
he's
frame
not a
for it. That's
dumb
for sure.
puller. Yeah, he's not a dumb puller. No, Jaden's good. So anyway, Jaden won 3-0. Or no, he lost one. Roger got him in one. I think Jaden might have gave it to him, but it was still good. He allowed Roger to get into a good position and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So good sportsmanship from Jaden. And then it was Jared and Alex. That match went kind of the way I thought. But Alex outside of straps he was in it outside of straps. It was just once they got strapped up, right?
Once he got strapped up, he it was he, pulling Jared, especially in the strap, is not a fun time.
No, no, not
And
fun.
if you're trying to have any control from the top of the hand with like a cup or finger strength, more
Yeah,
like a high post, doesn't work well with Jared. You give him too much pressure right on his pad that he's pulling from. You basically give him a spot to find your elbow and slowly work from, but he'll I don't know. It's really difficult
his
to
hand
pull.
controls like next level. Yeah,
Yeah, and the way that Alex was fighting good, he was doing like a good technique. It's just Jared was starting loaded and dumped a little bit,
hmm
which cut off the rotation attack. You know what I mean? If
yeah, yeah,
someone's cinched downward, you can't twist them like this because their bones have to be pulled up before they can twist. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
So Jared was locked in, and no matter how hard Alex tried to twist his bones over, they have to move up before they can rotate.
yeah, yeah,
That or it's all of a sudden boom quick, and usually it rubs and pops.
yeah. He needed more. He needed rise with his pronation. I think. Yeah, yeah. But Alex, you know what? He did good. I think Alex needs to just compete more, and he'll be there.
Yeah,
He just doesn't compete enough. He comes to practice, but he never competes. I thought he did actually okay against Jared because I thought it was going
totally.
to be worse. I thought it was going to be worse than that. So I think he did really good. Alex, good
Chose
job.
a strong opponent.
Yep, yep, for sure. And then you had our
Yeah.
first match, Gavin and Christian, and wow, Gavin's power in that match, eh? Beefy
Yep.
boy.
As soon
Yeah,
as Gavin got connection, he could drive straight to the pad. Christian
yeah,
was
like
good at some points, keeping the connection off though.
yeah,
Giving him a hard time in the hand, just being able to keep the pressure outside the strap. Christian might have had a slight hand advantage, but in the
yeah.
strap there was no competition.
That's what I thought too. I thought maybe outside of strap, Christian would have more hand.
And he did just by a
And
bit,
then
just enough to
mhm.
because power wise, Gavin had more power, but Christian had just enough technique and leverage to mitigate it until he
Yeah,
couldn't, until he was strapped to him, and there's no mitigating that connection, right?
yeah, yeah.
I don't know of a way yet, not the
No, as
strap at
soon as they
least.
got strapped, Gavin was way too much.
Yeah,
It was like wow, yeah. The connection was it was heavily favored to Gavin. So Gavin, I mean, he ended up winning 3-0. So good for him. Yeah, good for Beefy Boy. And
good
then
match.
we had Austin and Frank, and that kind of went the
Austin and
way I
Frank.
thought too. Even
Yeah,
though
near
I
the
never
end.
pulled Frank, but I knew it was going to go that way.
Yeah, near the end, Frank started to get a little bit of a lane.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
But yeah, Austin did a very good job, especially the first couple rounds of just going straight for the kill, which is good. It's exactly what Frank needed to learn,
yeah,
need to feel, because practice is practice. You don't feel the intention. People, there's nothing, there's no winning, there's no losing, there's no need or want. It's just practice. When it's a match and you can win, you can lose, you want to win, there's intent. You want to pin the guy. You're not just pinning him because you can. So it's good that to feel that intent from people. And the more you feel that intent, the better you'll be as an arm wrestler because you'll feel the angle they're going to drive from just in the setup.
yeah,
If you feel 30 guys set up the exact same and three of them pull different, but 27 of them pull almost the same, you get a pretty good idea of what that type of setup offers. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm.
It's not, and not everybody. I mean, there's some people that'll set up almost opposite for their style, but it works for them, right? But just, I'd say 8 times out of 10, you can read someone's movement and what they're going to do by the setup.
Yeah, yeah,
But you need practice. You can't be told that. You have to feel it. It's an intuitive thing. You have to build over time. You got to build that intuition with hundreds, if not thousands, of ready goes and thousands of table
well, I
taps.
think, and that's another thing too, like in practice, I mean, you should never be practicing without strapping up too, right? Like,
You
it's
you
just
you, you grip up, you pull so you slip, and then you strap up.
and you strap up,
I
yeah.
don't just go straight to the strap.
No, no.
I
But
don't.
you still should, if you slip,
I still pull in the strap. I'd say 75 to 80% of the time I'm practicing
oh
because
yeah,
once you slip, you go to the strap, and then you don't get out of the strap until you switch hands, and then usually slip, go back, or you're
yeah,
done pulling to the next guy, right?
yeah.
So you usually only get one or two pulls outside the strap, maybe three, four,
I've been
and
to
then you go
some
to the strap.
clubs. I've been to some clubs where they just keep pulling, no strap. I'm like, okay, you don't even have a strap. Oh, we don't train with straps, really. I'm like, well,
Hmm.
you train for competition? You know what I
There's
mean?
a big difference when you train with a strap. Let me tell you right now.
Oh, you have
Your
to.
ability to change everything is very high.
If
The
you
ability to
never pull
change
this,
the angles and
yeah, like if you never pull the strap and you go to a competition and then you get strapped up, it's like it's not even the same. It's a totally opposite way of pulling. Like, you're just your vectors and everything everything changes.
yep, everything changes.
So it's
It's
like,
okay, so outside the strap, it's the hand is what matters.
yes,
Inside the strap, it's the wrist that matters.
yeah, yeah, I agree.
And I have
Back
a very
pressure.
strong hand. My wrist is not as strong as my hand.
Hmm.
Even though it's tiny, it's strong.
Yeah,
Probably because it's tiny. If things are small, sometimes that gives them, I don't know, I have a shorter travel so I can, exert a little more force torque wise.
mhm. You know what? I'm starting to get to where Nugo had a small hand and he beat Matt, right? Like pretty dominantly. So I mean,
Because he actually had an advantage.
he had an advantage though. Yes, he did.
Sometimes if you're the lower lever guy, if Matt had a different style, it might not have been a disadvantage. But because of Matt's style, the way Nugo pulls, the way Matt pulls, with the leverage, it was an advantage for Nugo.
Oh
If
yeah.
Nugo wasn't going knuckle high, he was trying to low hand, I think Matt would have cooked him.
Oh, cooked him. Oh
Nugo
yeah.
would have just lost his hand, got pulled away.
Yeah.
But it's because Nugo was high knuckling, so literally trying to post as much
He
as
was
possible
he was
90
there already.
degrees.
He was in
90
his
degrees.
position. He just had
So
to.
Matt's going to be out like this,
Yeah.
not like this where he usually starts. He's going to be down
Yeah.
like this, which
Yeah.
means here he can do his lever through the elbow and rip side pressure. Down here, he has to work his way up to here, but try to shoot his elbow forward to try to get that leverage. Which you probably saw in the match when as soon as he got pulled across,
Yep.
you see him try to tuck and come under to
Yeah.
try to get a little bit of
He
that. But
tried. Yeah.
good on
I
Nugo
s-
for playing
I
the cards
still
right.
think I still think Matt should end up going knuckles high. Even though he would have been brought down, if he just would have punched like this, he
Yeah,
might have been on top, right?
the one problem with Matt would have went knuckles high is I think his pronator would have got taken because he pulls off of the center of his hand
Yeah, he
or through the
does. And
pad of
he
his hand.
and he
So if
pulled
he's
more
knuckle
off the
high,
wrist.
he'd have to pull off the top knuckle, which it's not really his style. So he might have lasted longer though. Maybe he would have turned it and been stuck in a weird hook where he could jam his elbow up, and Nugo would be kind of trying to force it almost like a javelin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where if Nugo tried to come inside, he maybe could take the. I don't know.
I just don't think Matt would have got on top any other way. Like, because they were bringing Matt down and he was starting so open. And because
Yeah,
now he's dumping too, right?
with Nugo's setup, I don't know if Matt could have got the height. I don't know if he could have.
Yeah,
If
it would
Nugo
have
kept
been
the
a
same
weird
setup, it
punch
would have
up.
been really
It would have
hard.
just had to
Yeah,
been punched straight up. Yeah.
but yeah, the way Nugo was pulling was so smart. He was flying to
I
the back
know.
of the pad, and then he was
Well,
moving
Nugo was just starting
forward.
like this and dragging him back. That was
Yep,
it.
just
Because
right to the
he's in his
back.
position. He was in his position on the
Yeah, and
go.
because Matt's
Yeah.
starting disconnected.
Disconnected. Yeah, exactly.
So it sucks. It is what it is. Matt just needs to learn how to set up for his style like that, and then he'll be good.
Yeah.
Matt stopped him at one point and almost took his hand. I don't remember which round it was, but they slipped. Remember?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Like Matt
Second.
started to get taken, and then I think he started to take his hand, and Matt drove, and then they slipped.
Yeah.
If Matt somehow could have got wrist flexion, really good wrist flexion up high, like you were saying, kind of like a high hook or something,
Yeah. Yeah.
that would have turned Nugo up. It's just I don't know if because of the how far he was
Hmm.
fighting the height like this when you're getting dropped down, you're fighting a losing battle from the start.
Hmm.
I don't even know what he could have done. Honestly, thinking about it, I don't know.
I mean, you know what? You know what's really funny is I bet you Bayev would do better against Nugo than Matt did.
Because of the lever, yeah.
Because his versatility too. Because
Well, because he
Bayev,
could
he
jump
pulls
inside
and yeah, he
and then
pulls
take the hand.
he has 10 different setups. He's got, many options. Where Matt, he kind of is I wouldn't say he's a one-trick pony, but he kind of that low hand, that setup, that's something that's like 90% of what he does, right? And he's gonna have to just make some changes setup wise and
Yeah, I don't think he needs to make major change. Like the
not
big thing
major,
is,
little
people
things.
forget or just don't realize there's an infinite amount of styles. Matt, over time, which I think he is already doing it, and it'll probably take another year before it really clicks, but he's gonna get to the point where he's able to pull like this everywhere, if you know what I'm saying. He
Hmm.
could be stretched out here, he could be pulled in a hook here, he could be in any situation, but as long as he has this down and the pressure on his pad,
Yeah,
he'll be
yeah.
good to
He's
rock
good
in
to
any
go.
any direction. He just
I
needs to be set and then he can go, right? Because Matt can press. He just needs to have hand control to press.
Yeah, he can press with
If he has hand control, his press is
right.
not bad at all.
Yeah.
And if anyone says he doesn't
He's
have
done a
that, go
flop
literally
too.
go watch. Yeah, his flop. I'd say his pronated press is better.
Oh
Watch his
yeah.
press against Jerry.
Yeah.
His press
Yeah.
against Jerry, man.
Yeah, that was
Telling you
awesome.
right now.
Yeah. He
If you
came
can do
in,
that,
punched it. Yeah.
if you can do that, you got a good press. It's just it takes a lot of commitment to press like that,
Yeah. He had
and
to against Jerry. Yeah, he had no
he had to.
choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jerry just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. See, Jerry, you have to beat him. You have to beat him where he's strong, or you don't beat him. Like Devin. Devin had to pretty much go inside with Jerry to beat Jerry when he beat Jerry. So it was like, it's one of those things too. And then you have to be confident enough to go inside to that degree too, right? Yeah,
Look how
it's
Hermes beat Jerry. Look how Levon beat Jerry. Look
yeah,
how Devin beat Jerry, and look how Dave
yeah,
Chafee beat Jerry.
yeah, yeah.
You got to grab his wrist, or you got to meet him inside. Those are the two ways he's lost. Grabbing his wrist, Dave Chafee and Levon grabbed him by the wrist and just took him down. Everyone
Jerry's never
else,
beaten Chafee, I don't think.
I don't think so either. I don't think not in an actual. I don't think he's ever pinned him.
No, no, Chafee just outright beats Jerry, always beaten Jerry.
And it's because of that
Styles.
grip and that internal side pressure. If someone's really good at hooking, and I mean really good at hooking, okay, like rock paper scissors.
Yep.
Most of the time, a press beats a hook. It's like a
Yeah.
rock to scissors, right?
Well,
The,
I think a hook can beat the press. I think a press beats the top roll. I mean, I don't know. It depends on the press. Like, yeah,
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
yeah,
If you're a hooker, what you want is to be pronated and cupped, right?
yeah,
That's a good hook. No matter what the opponent does, if they can get you palm up, they're
yeah,
effective against you.
yeah.
The reason why I think the press is good against a hook is because if you do it correctly, you're coming down and you're attacking that point that puts them in a defensive position.
I know what you mean. But you'd have to be really fast with your press because
Totally.
9 times out of 10, if someone's
But you have to be
pressing,
really fast with the hook too.
but I recommend the hook against the press because you can quickly pull them outside his shoulder with a hook. With a hook hit. With a hook hit, you can pull him outside his shoulder so his press is like you've seen it with Ivan and Camille, right? When Ivan beat Camille Jablonski, he just
Camille was
pulled him outside
flopping
his
though.
shoulder.
A flop and
Yeah,
like
the flop. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about, the flop. I think if
yeah,
someone's a flop presser, you want to hook them so you can pull them outside their shoulder.
totally. If they're just like a generic presser where they're going on top
Yeah,
and
that's a
coming
little
down,
different. Yeah,
in that retrospect, it's normally aspect. I want to say retrospect. In that aspect, it's normally I would say beneficial for the presser to go against the hooker because the hooker is going to naturally come underneath without even knowing it.
yeah, yeah. No, I know what you're
But like you're
saying.
saying with the top roll, I mean, a good flop beats a top roll.
A good flop usually does because the top roll gives a lever or a handle for the flop.
Yeah, and if you can overpronate a guy that's top rolling, he
Yeah.
loses his lat. He goes
Well,
all the way
now
just on his brack.
and now you got so much hand. So I'm over pronated.
Yep.
He's flopping. See
And do you
what?
remember what I was telling you about what Jared was doing where his wrist won't rotate?
Yeah,
That's what the flopper's betting on. He's pushing so hard down here that you can't come back out. You
yeah,
can't put your wrist. You're getting pushed down onto your own bones. You're like, oh
yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
and you get
Exactly.
pinned.
Yeah,
It's very smart. It's a very smart move.
I agree. I
Now, what I
agree.
would say the easiest way to block a press is with a low hand top roll.
I use a low hand against the hooker. That's what I like to
The
use.
reason I would say not a flop press, just a generic press. The reason a low hand
Okay.
I'd say against a generic press is if you do it right. If you
Yeah.
counter pull low hand, not taking the low hand and attacking. I'm talking taking it
You're
and
talking
counter
about
pulling.
coming out. Yeah.
Because what'll happen is as they go to press, you'll force them into a flop.
Hmm.
And here's the thing: when you're counter pulling, you don't commit to a full outside move.
No.
So right when they start to lose their wrist, you come inside and get on top of them, and then you can pin them.
Yeah.
But if you're attacking with it or you're opening up and you're not counter pulling and you're
Yeah.
committing all the counter pulling is keeping your hand neutral
Hmm.
and deviating based on what the opponent's doing
Yeah.
to slowly get the advantage until you're not neutral, you're totally advantage.
Hmm.
But you're
And
staying neutral so that you don't
sometimes it's
overcommit.
giving away. Sometimes it's giving away too
Totally.
to get
You're
some.
bouncing back and forth in neutral, sometimes negatives with the back of the wrist so that you come back with the pronator and then boom, then you have it all and you come back in, right? It's a system. Counter
Yeah.
pulling is a bit of a system and it takes a lot longer to get the hang of.
Yeah. Low hand, Ryan, usually always beats the hook. Usually does. Usually does. It usually does.
A
If
low
you
hand
know,
versus a hook, yeah. I'd say the low hand beats a lot of moves.
it does. It does. I
The
only
low
use it
hand
against
is,
hookers. Yeah.
I would say the low hand might be one of the most solid moves in the sense of the least weaknesses. It might be one of the moves that has the least amount of weaknesses, except for, like I was saying, if you overcommit into the low hand, you'll put on your brack, you won't have access to your lat anymore, and you'll be stuck on your brack. And then
That
if
kind of
you
happened to
get
me.
dumped all the way, you have nowhere to pull from because the point you're trying to pull from is where they're pressing into.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
the
That
only
happened
other
to me
time,
before.
and a low hand can become a king's move very, very, very easily.
Low hand sucks
That's
against the
why
flop too. Yeah.
to- totally. But
Yeah.
that's where a king's move comes in because the king's move is good against the flop. So if you set with your low hand and you go to counter pull and then they push you and you're trying to synchro but you can't, it's
Hmm.
very easy to take your elbow and just boom. All I did was take my elbow and rotate the elbow. Look, see
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Rotate my elbow sideways now. See this?
Hmm.
My hand won't move, but the elbow moves. See that?
The other moves. Yeah.
That's the point from a low hand to a king's move. That's it. All you
Yeah.
gotta do is move your elbow and twist it. Boom. If
Yeah. I
you start
know.
to lose, twist your elbow, boom, because now everything is being pulled this way instead
Yeah.
of this way.
That way. Yeah.
So that's why I think the low hand is good because it gives you options. Also, believe it or not, if you're on the low hand, it's easy to transition into a flop from a low
Yeah.
hand
Like
because your
Monster
wrist is already
Todd.
dumped. Your wrist is already dumped.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Remember
Yeah.
I said that spot that goes here that it's hard to clip over?
Yeah.
If you don't pull back anymore, you start coming forward, all that pressure is gone, you can come in.
Well, you
The
come in,
back pull is what
and
keeps
you
you
get,
from
and you
pulling
let your
forward.
wrist,
Exactly.
go,
That
and
drag is
that's
what keeps your wrist from being able to supinate.
yeah.
And you need a little bit of supination when you press.
Yeah.
I think. I
Hmm.
mean, you want to be cupped, but I'm not saying turn your body like this, but the attack of you're activating your bicep, right? So
Yep.
as you're supinating, that gives you a stronger lead. That's why on a fast press, you don't want to be fully supinated before you press. You want to supinate as you press, and you want to mainly cup. Because if you're supinating while you cup, you might be supinating, but you're not losing your pronation. There's two types of supination. I mean, losing my pronation and not losing my pronation. You see? I'm
Yep.
actually chopping with my ulnar. Look, I can fully
Yep.
supinate, didn't lose my look, fully supinate, look at the difference. Fully supinate, fully supinate. I'm using all the power of my bicep here. I'm out. I have no power left here once it's turned. I'm on just the bicep now.
Yeah.
Same as
Just
being stuck on
bicep.
the
Yeah.
lat. Sorry, the brack.
Yeah. I'd rather be
That's
on
why
the
I think
brack than my bicep. Yeah.
and the thing is because the brack, you have the brachialis, uh,
You got the brachialis and the
the
radial
radial brachialis.
brachialis.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
radial brachialis and the brachialis and the riser muscle. I forget what that's called. You have you have two or three chains working together, not just one. You don't just have
Yeah.
one chain, the bicep through, boom.
Exactly.
It's multiple chains working to take the stress off. I totally agree. If you're ever palm up, jammed in, you're basically left with two choices: flopping or some sort of risky maneuver where you get back outside by diving, turning.
Hmm.
That's your
Well,
only
that's
option.
well, that's how I always stop. It's always a chain. It's like people think it's on my bicep. Like, remember when Lee was trying to
No, you
finish
don't.
me in the last round?
Yeah, yeah.
That was actually my lat
Oh,
and
I
my
saw it.
back and my it was not
When
my
he
bicep.
drove, you used your lat and almost your like lower back
Yes.
row, And then when he went to regrip, you shoved your elbow forward and pronated really hard.
I
And then
tried,
when he
yeah,
went in, you let off the pronation and went back into the drag, and then went
because
for the pronation and
I
went back to the
know.
drag. It
Because
was smart.
every time I did, my elbow was screaming, and I was got scared and
Yeah,
let it back off. I don't know if
yeah.
you could tell, but I was so
It was
worried.
working though.
I was
Yeah,
really
getting
worried
injured.
about getting really injured, right? So,
Yeah,
because I was already, I found out in that match that my elbow was definitely not 100%. So I couldn't go
yeah,
sideways at all in the match. But I did try to make a match of it anyway. So, the only thing is I had to pull Lee where he was strong, and I'm not as
yeah.
strong as him in that lane. So, yeah, so he beat me. Yeah, I'll be
But he's
looking
very
at
good in
down
that
the
lane.
road. I will want to pull him again down the road
Yeah,
when I'm healed because I know the things I needed to beat Lee. Every time I beat Lee, it's with side pressure and then pressing him, and I couldn't go
yeah.
sideways at all in the match, so it sucked. So, and Lee's gotten
That
a
is
lot stronger
unfortunate.
too. It's not as easy to manipulate Lee anymore because he's way stronger than he used to be. So, he's actually he's jumped miles too. He's improved so much, that guy. So, but next match, let's see. We had Cody versus Jared. And you know what? I thought I gave the edge to Jared, but I said if Cody might just be too strong, and he was.
Yeah, I remember saying if Jared can get the stop, it's going to be a rough day for Cody, but Jared couldn't get the stop.
Well, Cody found out something too, and I've been trying to tell him to stop using the riser because
Yeah,
I think
I told him about that too.
accesses his power. He accesses his power way more not using a riser. So
See, the
way more.
riser doesn't help me any because I don't
He
have short
doesn't
legs. I
connect.
have very long legs, so it doesn't make a difference to me.
Listen, Cody never connected like that with the riser. I bet you if Cody had a riser, Jared would have done better. This is like
Maybe,
I'm
maybe.
almost positive Cody would have been pressing rather than hooking,
I'm still listening. I'm just going to mute while I
dragging.
walk through.
Yeah, yeah. Just Cody was able to activate his body weight with his arm, and he was so strong, he was able just to drag through Jared. You know, with the riser though, I don't think Cody's is. I think he's been using the riser so long, he thinks he needs it, but I think he was so much more connected without it. It's just what I seen. Like even me, like Cody will use a riser sometimes when we even practice pull. Like I've seen him do it, and I don't think he feels as strong. I know he can. He looks so strong that day. So I don't know. I recommend Cody don't even use the damn riser anymore. Yeah, I think you're better. You know what? Yeah, you might not be. It might not be as easy to press. Try those lifted shoes Stu was talking about. You get those 1 inch, 1.5 inch lifted shoes.
Yeah, you'd probably be better off doing that, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. And then you'd have a little bit more for if you needed to press, but he's
Yeah.
so connected. You know what I mean? So Cody's actually going to be. He's his strength level now. He's going to be one of the top guys in Alberta in his weight group eventually. In the next
Oh,
year,
yeah.
I think he's cracking the upper echelon of that group because he's just on a really good trajectory up right now.
It's a rough group to crack, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but his strength is getting pretty high. Like he's even the last time I practice pulled him, it was about a month ago that Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean, I was still holding him, but it wasn't the same as before. Before I used to hold him and I could almost talk to people, you know what I mean? This time I was like shaking holding him. You know what I mean? So he's got a lot stronger. A lot stronger. So yeah. So that was that match. And it was one-sided. Big win for Cody. And I think he really wanted that
Yeah.
because Jared's always beaten Cody, right? So
Yeah, it was good for him to kind of know where he's at.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Then we had Brad and Dakota, and Dakota ended up being too much everywhere.
Yeah.
Just too much hand, too much hand, too much hand.
I don't want to say
Brad made a lot of
I
mistakes.
told everyone so,
Brad
but
made a lot of mistakes too. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, a ton. Like when he had Dakota, remember when he was dragging him? Why would you drop and hang? Like that's when you move your shoulder, you come in behind your arm with your shoulder. But Brad kept like trying to, even though in the beginning he seemed like he was outpowering Dakota, he would drop and hang, and then Dakota would eventually be able to peel his hand and come back. And I thought, yeah, there's just some technical errors there. But Dakota looked really, really good. Really good. crushed him on the left. And I mean, the match was pretty close on the right. Dakota ended up, I think he swept. I don't think Brad got around on either arm. But the first one match was a lot different. It was a lot closer. I mean, the right hand looked really good. Really, really good. Did I
Yeah.
lose you, Zach?
No, you still got me. I'm just
Oh,
putting
okay.
stuff into my GPS here. I'm trying to
Oh, yeah,
travel.
that's no problem. No problem. Yeah. Yeah, there wasn't much to that match other than Dakota just his hand was able to shut down Brad. Brad's got to really work on his hand, like his wrist. He's got to work on his wrist. And he kept getting Dakota kept attacking the pronator and he succeeded. He got the pronator every time.
Yeah. Brad tried.
No, Brad gave it his all. It was like I said, the right hand match was a war. I mean, Dakota didn't walk away with that, without being a little sore the next day, you know. So, but yeah. And then you had Dale and Jonathan Mercer.
That's a good one.
It was a good one. I mean, I seen Dale miss the go the one round, and he kind of started like he started all funky, and Jonathan had his hand right on the go. And then Dale just said, I don't want to lose a round to you. So he fucking pressed him with his hand cranked backwards. He hooked and then pressed him. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. And then the other two pins Dale did easily. But the
Yeah, I
one
think
round,
Dale kind of burned him out that first round.
oh yeah. But I mean, at the same time, well, the first round, Dale just pinned him, flash pinned him. The second round is when Mercer got his hand. And it was a bad setup, man. Dale the setup did not go Dale's way. I mean, I seen it start, and Dale looked like he was backwards already, and then John went just peeled his hand right, or like Dale was like palm up, and somehow still went sideways and got the flop press and pressed him. It was actually a pretty impressive pin, actually. So, but Jonathan looks like he's getting a lot stronger too. Just to make Dale work like that, I mean, Jonathan's level's coming up. He's getting better. So, yeah, good match. And then we'll just
Very
fly
good
right
match.
into it. Yeah, we'll just fly into it. My match was Lee. Lee was really, really good. Lee, coming into the match, I really wanted the match, and there was no way I was canceling or anything. But I honestly thought I was going to be strong enough, even if I couldn't go sideways, because I did have an elbow injury, but I didn't think it would matter. I thought I'd be just too strong. And Lee was able to always just grip me right away really hard. He always ended up higher. I had a hard time ever capping just because of the distance that he put in my hand on the setup. The first round was funky because basically Lee got closed. He had full cap. His fingers were all on his thumb, and I said I wanted capped, and all of a sudden my fingers get closed, and I'm not on my thumb at all. And I was like, I said capped, and then he said ready go, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I was pissed. I didn't understand. Like I'm like Ronnie, man, come on. You know what I mean? If you can't cap it, adjust the webbing. You know what I mean? Like he had us pulled back so far, you know what I mean? That my thumb was only sticking out a little bit. And then he was saying that because my thumb pad was too big, I can't close your fingers. It's like when I say capped, I want to be capped. And if you close his hand first and he's all the way on his thumb, but my thumb sucked back because you're setting up the hands wrong, and then
You
you
got to even out
can't
the
cap you
thumbs.
can't cap my hand, then you need to reset it. You don't just say ready go. Like I was a little mad at him. I thought, but you know what? Overall, he did okay refing. He did good. But that there, I was like, what the fuck? So anyway, so then I got down 1-0. So that was in my head. Plus Lee's hand felt really strong. So I was already upset. Round two, I stopped him in the center and I went to surge and my fucking I thought I was done. I was like, I had this pain go through my elbow. I thought, oh shit. And then we slipped, and then that gave me the jolt to my elbow when we slipped. And then my elbow
Yep.
was flared. Yeah, no, no. After that, I was scared. So because Lee felt strong, So anyway, I said, you know what? All I can do is try to hold, and if I can get something in the hand, I can pronate through them because my I didn't have my side pressure because my elbow was done. But I thought maybe I can get somehow pronate over him, and it didn't happen. Round three though, I did manage to do good out of straps. If it never went to straps, I could have fought outside of straps because my hand. I would have been in the match. Like we would have had a good match. But once we went to straps, it was too much connection on my
Yeah.
elbow. And I could, yeah, it was way too much. And I tried to go sideways. I even thought about it. I don't know if you were watching. I was gonna slam, and then I just instead pulled back because I was like, my mind wouldn't let me go sideways. It was like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bullshit. Yeah, I was like so mad. Fuck, I was mad. But now, you know what? It was an eye opener. So now I'm getting it. I'm scheduling an MRI. I'm gonna get my elbow checked out because obviously it's not something that's just going away. When it popped, I mean, it probably is more like a 6 month recovery, and I've been trying to do it in 2 months for this match. And I have nationals coming up, so I've been worried about
Yeah.
nationals. But you know what? All I'm gonna do is pull like shit at nationals and get hurt because I can't go sideways. So I think one of the biggest disappointments and why I'm a little depressed over everything is just because the realization that I need more time to heal and I'm not going to nationals now. So I got my hotel booked, I got everything, but I know that I can't be competitive. I
Mm.
can't go sideways. I can't go sideways. How am I supposed to pin anybody? Yeah, I can
Well,
hold people
somebody's
for
pretty important.
days. Yeah, I can hold people, but I mean, and maybe get a pin or two, but I can't do anything. You know what I mean? So
No, I feel you.
I can go for a top roll, right out like a fast top roll and get a few pins. But I know when I get to the experienced guys, it's gonna be a
Stop. Yeah.
bad day for me. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, no, you know what? I probably just need a week to get over it. I'm a little depressed over it, but I'll get it. At least I'll find out exactly what's wrong and I'll heal it properly, you know. So, and I was looking up the injury that I think it is. They said to run a 3 to 4 month Wolverine regimen. It's not
Three
a,
or four
it's
months.
not,
Holy shit.
yeah, that's what it said. Yeah, because it's actually a major injury, right? So, yeah, but what do you do, right? Yeah. So in a nutshell, yeah, Lee beat me. Good for him. I think we're even overall now because I've beaten him a few times in the tournaments. He got me at provincials, and now he beat me at. I think we're close to even. So I just got to look at it that way, heal up, and I'll attack him. I'll
Still
challenge
time
him
for you to
again.
get your
Well,
revenge.
he challenged me kind of this time because he kind of did. And then so next time I'll challenge him when my elbow shield, and then we'll have a really good match again. So it's always good pulling Lee's. He's a good guy. Plus, it's nice to feel his progression because I mean,
Oh yeah.
every time I pull him, he's that much better. And it's his setups in his hand that he keeps getting much stronger in. He's a tough dude. So
I
yeah.
wouldn't freaking yeah. Wouldn't mess with Lee.
Yeah, I'm just mad I had to hurt myself in practice. Like I actually hurt myself in practice, and that's the part that I'm beating myself up with because it's like I should know better, you know? So, but I don't know. I'm not going to make that mistake again. I'm not going to get hurt in practice ever again. So, nope.
That's fair.
If it
Took it a
happened in
little too far.
competition, it'd be easier pill to swallow, right?
Yeah.
But I was
That's
like, yeah, I was like, oh, I'm so strong. I'm pulling these guys. They can't move me. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, I grip up with Dale and normally I pin Dale all day, but I went to rip through his lock and I just all of a sudden something ripped in my elbow. And now ever
ish.
since, yeah, I've had no side pressure ever since, like none. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. It sucks. I might even get some of that shockwave and shit too. I'm gonna go to maybe Matt's Cairo guy, check him out. See, maybe even get acupuncture. I'll just do it all. I'll just get everything I can get done, I'll get done. You know what I mean? And just hopefully it heals. But anyway, yeah. So Chicago's only 12 days out, I guess.
Not many days out, 11 or 12 or something like that.
Who's Devin pulling? He's pulling left-handed.
Alex Kredic,
Oh yeah, but left though.
lefty. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's gonna be a good one.
Well, okay, listen, when I watched him practice pull, Devin was closer on the right than the left. Devin never like Alex crushed him 20 times in a row before Devin got a stop on him. You know.
Yeah, totally, totally.
Oh, I don't know. Like Devin could pull it off. He's training his left and now just like his right. But I just think Kardeccia and maybe right-handed, I give the edge to Devin. But I kind of got Alex favored on the left.
Well, you know the whole Morzov thing with Devin.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he can stop Morzov down low, he can
Yeah,
stop
but did you
Kredic.
see that? Yeah, I know. But then Morozov was off the couch too. He was just
Yeah, but I
in
mean,
the
you got to
audience.
admit, I mean, Devin let him start an inch from the pad, and then Morzov dove in to get the pin to look tough and couldn't.
No, you're right. You're right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah. No, I
And that
know.
was Devin starting at the basically at the pad, not having time to catch on the way down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
There's a chance that Alex is just too much. Totally.
Well, if Devin's able, yeah, but Devin's, I never really knew him as a Kings mover on his left, but I guess he is. Yeah. I guess he does it right or left.
I'd say he's productive.
Yeah,
Like he'll go for King's move, he'll go for open top hand, top roll, low hand, way more than inside.
yeah,
It's not much of an inside puller on the left. I mean, look at the past, but I mean, just in general, he likes to get hand control right.
yeah. I know it'll be interesting though. It's going to be such a good card. I don't know. I'm still not ready to. I'm not ready to go to one. I want to go to one soon though. It'll happen. I got a lot going on right now, preparing for the baby coming, and
Totally.
oh yeah, I've been painting that other. I was over there today, filling in holes and sanding, getting all the walls ready on the last couple rooms. It's like, oh, and then I'm not used to working either, so it's been good for me too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about
Yeah. How's the new bike? Have you got to drive it yet? I guess not right until you get an
not
Eckler.
cheap yet. I just got it the other day.
I might be getting a Harley. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, so I finally got a cash offer, but they're gonna come look at it tomorrow. But if she doesn't buy it, then I'm trading it for a Softail Harley. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, yeah. So
Real nice.
I valued it at about 13 grand. So which isn't bad because it comes out a little higher than what I value the Camaro right now. So
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, I'll be a Harley owner maybe in a couple days.
nice.
Yeah.
Now Dakota needs a bike.
Yeah, yeah, we'll just all go biking. Fuck it.
I was bugging him, telling him he needs to get one.
Yeah. Well, that ATV thing, buddy, ended up backing out. Didn't want to do it in the
Oh
end.
yeah.
I'm like, don't offer if you don't want to do it, man. I'm like, fuck. I know he
Not
offers
gonna
it,
offer
bugs me, and then I'm like, he's like, oh, I'm gonna have to back out. I'm like, why do you even waste my time? This is why I hate selling shit. You try to sell shit and people just waste your time. It's like,
Oh, trust me. You know, I've been through the same thing.
oh, I know. I
10
know.
minutes before you're supposed to go pick it up. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well,
What
why
the
would you
fuck?
even waste my time? Why would you post it? Like, yeah.
And why? Yeah, what? And like, why would you go through the hassle of getting the buy all set up and like,
Yeah, I know.
people, man?
I know. I don't know what's up with that. Oh, oh shit. Okay. I need 2 minutes, Zach.
2 minutes?
2 minutes. I just gotta run and give something to Dale. Two
Oh, for
minutes.
sure.
Yeah, I'll be telling him I'm
I
on the
can keep
pod.
chatting for 2 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, I suck at
Yeah, well, we could chat about the backyard super slam, or I guess I'll chat about it. Went pretty good. Sorry about the camera angle, guys. I was showed up late, so I had to try to throw everything together last second. My bad on that, but I'm glad we got it. At least some sort of angle. I know some people got their own personal videos as well. Like they got their family friends to come up with the video, which is great. Better angles, probably higher quality. So if people want to see matches, you can ask around for those. If you want to see a better angle of some of the matches, I'm sure people are willing to give those around pretty easily. And yeah, I mean, we had 9 good matches. It was solid, decent turnout. We had some good food. I think everyone had a good time. That's what really matters. No super huge upsets, I don't think, for matches. Nothing that like wasn't a possibility, you know. But yeah, I just want to thank everyone for coming out. That did come out and support, or that was in the chat watching. We appreciate it. I know Brian loves putting these events on. He loves watching matches and just being a part of it. So it's awesome that we're able to do this stuff. I'm happy that I'm able to contribute as well. Through the fingers, team effort. We love it. But yeah, I don't know when the next event's going to be. Through the fingers event, we had Shell Shock, and then BackYard SuperSlam 2. There's a good chance there's going to be another one before the end of the year. So if you're interested in having a match at the next Through the Fingers event, message me, Brian, or Dakota. We can start looking for people. Maybe look for someone to pull you. I'll give you time to set up for it and whatnot. There's a lot of stuff going on this summer, so it won't be that soon. It'll be fall. But yeah, if anyone has a call out or just wants a match, doesn't know who yet, just let us know. And we'll start putting some stuff together. We're going to get better camera angles. We'll do it a little bit next time. It was great being there. It was great. It's just the production side of it. We didn't have much to do with. We just playing cell phones for now. We'll get a better camera quality and stuff set up for next one. Maybe we'll be able to do some like a live commentary or something. Yeah, we have nationals coming up for the July weekend, July 4th, 5th, and 6th. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Big team from Alberta heading up there. It's going to be in Regina, Saskatchewan this year. So nice and close to home. It's going to be easy for us to get there. We don't have to travel across the whole country just to pull, but it's going to be great. I know I'm going to be there. Brian's going to be there. Dakota's going to be there, I believe. We're all going to have a good time. So if you're going to be Canadian nationals, expect to see us then. The 5th. I think Brian's coming down the 4th. So.
Okay. I'm back, yeah.
I was talking nationals. Kind of recap
Yeah. I'm not lifting as heavy anymore, Allie. I still lift heavy, but I mainly do high rep volume shit. But I can't go heavy anyway. My elbow's fucked. And I didn't hurt it working out. I hurt it on the table.
I know it sucks. Injury just in general sucks. I have a tiny injury now just from the weekend, but I don't think it's very substantial. It's a small 2-3 injury.
Yeah, but back when it was my back and shit all the time, I could handle
You could have handled that.
Yeah. Because I would just say, oh, it hurts, and it would just always hurt. But my elbow, it doesn't allow me to fucking go sideways at all.
Yeah.
Like I try.
It cuts you off. You get cut off.
Yeah, and it just like I don't know, it puts a blocker in your brain. It just tells you, nope, you can't go sideways. And it's like holding power and pronation, I've been fine. But I don't know. Yeah, it sucks. No, it is what it is. I've been training already like fucking mad. I'm just gonna keep training. That's all. You know what? I'm gonna take it easy. I'm gonna step back a little bit. I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna train hard. I'm not gonna pull hard. And when I pull, it's gonna be like 50% maybe. If there's any effort at all, it won't be offensively, it will be defensively. So like if I'm pulling Sean, Caleb, even you sometimes.
I'll tell you something that a really successful bodybuilder told me. He's been in the game for a long time, many years. He's an older guy. He told me that I was at his gym and I was working out training. And he came up to me and he said, "You arm wrestle, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he hard. I should not be hitting the gym. And he told me why. It's because When you arm wrestle, it takes so much out of your body and so much out of
Mhm.
your systems and your chains that if you come to the gym and start lifting, you're going to be trying to heal certain parts that are supposed to be like what do you call that? Supporting other
Mhm.
parts, and then the parts that you're trying to. So you're just going to be damaging. You're trying to heal while you're also wearing out the parts that don't need to
Mhm.
heal, and then you're going to get like an income healing or something, and you're going to be in a deficit of healing, where you're always working up too hard, you're always going too hard to actually ever be anywhere near like
Oh.
getting better. He said you could stagnate that way. You could totally stagnate, work for 2 years like that, and almost never get stronger.
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't say that part, but that's the gist I got from it. Was that
No, it
it
makes
would
sense. It makes
stagnate you
sense.
very, very much. So that could be another thing that's happening is you're going too hard on the table, too hard in training. You're getting less output and higher chance of injury
Yeah.
consistently.
Yeah. Well, something's got to give. I mean, up until I hurt my elbow, I was thinking I was at another level.
Yeah,
And
you might have
it
been.
just, yeah. And then all of a sudden, the elbow kind of went, and it was like 10 feet back. Yeah. Yeah. So it is what it is, man. I'm not gonna let it get me down. Well, it's got me down, but I'm gonna like not let it keep me down anyway.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna train it and get it strong and be cautious when I'm pulling. And like I said, if I give any exertion at all, it will be just to in a defensive position. When I'm in defense, it doesn't put pressure on my elbow at all. Unless I go like a high posting defense, then it can force pressure down my arm to my elbow. But if I'm in a like a drag low hand position, I can pull like that pretty hard without it causing me any elbow grief. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, most people get elbow pain somewhere in some position or another, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Generally, that's your body telling you, whoa, 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 whoa. Anatomically, we're really not built for that naturally. Like I'm not saying you can't eventually work to it. It's just right now, as you are,
hmm
there's a big imbalance somewhere, and all the pressure is being put on your elbow because whatever muscles are stabilizing, ligaments, tendons, whatever it is, they're not sharing the load evenly across your chain, and that one spot is where it's a hot spot, where all the pressure's getting
yeah,
clipped on. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Because that's what when I do try to go sideways or I try to do some side pressure, that spot right here, if it just feels like it's about to explode. And when I let go of the pressure, it's like a lactic band, right? It's almost like whoa. Like I don't know, it's really weird. But yeah, it's definitely an issue. So, and I mean, it's a common injury in arm wrestling. I'm just trying to heal mine too quick. Yeah. Now, if I
Yeah.
didn't pull Lee at all and I just continued to fucking like train it, maybe I would have, but I think I would have found out at nationals what I found out on the weekend. So that's what I think. So, yep. It's all good though. And there's lots of things I can do to stay busy. And when as it heals, I'm just gonna become just tanky. So I don't give a shit. So I just have to put it off for a little while. There's some big things coming down the pipes that I need to get healed. So if I'm injured constantly, I'm gonna be no good for any of it. So I mean, look at it. We might get some hype going. Maybe we can get the Ottawa High Hookers versus the Red Deer Club. Start doing some
That's a
club
good one.
matches. That's a really good one. So I'm thinking, you know what? I bet you we can pool up. I I bet you as a club, and if everyone worked at it, I bet you we could pool up fucking money too to help out. Like as a
Oh yeah.
club, like you know what I mean. And then they do the same. Maybe they come here if possible. We could go there, but it'd be better for us if they came here, though. Yeah, most definitely.
I think my GPS will stay on. It keeps turning off. I just stop and pull over just to freaking fix it.
Yeah, and then might as well bring it up. We got a few people in here, so we're up in our game too. We are going to be posting probably daily shorts for a while. We really want to try to. I mean, at the point now, we got all these faithful fans and people that are friends that always are in the chat. But I mean, for us to hit 500 or 1,000, because those are our targets, yeah, we've decided we're going to step it up. So hopefully you like the videos we post and they don't annoy you too much, but we're going to start posting like 4 shorts minimum a day, every day.
Just get
Yeah.
a bunch of content out there.
Yeah, we just got to get the subs, like, once we get fully monetized, like the subs can just happen naturally. We'll just do our thing. But so far, what we've been doing, we've stagnated. We hit 400 and we've stagnated because it's just the same 400 people that always, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
So,
gotta let the algorithm get you out there.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, and you know what? That new program we're using, it actually works really good. You used it too, didn't you?
Yeah. One sec. I don't think I have enough change to kind of buy something here, but
Oh, okay. Where are you at? Drive
I don't
through?
know if I have change. No, 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 no. Like I'm leaving town, but I realize now I don't have the right amount of money to buy what I'm buying.
That's not good.
I can only give him more money than he wants, which is not what I want
Oh,
to do.
you
So I gotta
need
go into one of
change?
these.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
don't
gotta
ever
go
expect them to have change. Yeah.
to pet value and ask for change from pet value.
They might give you change. I don't know.
I have to hope.
Yeah, good luck. They'll say, sorry, you have to make a purchase for us to open the till. That's what I always get. So,
Be like, are you kidding me? I'm gonna boycott you guys.
yeah, that's what they say. Yeah.
Yeah, give me a minute, I'll be right
I
back.
do
I think
that
I'll
at
still be on the
variety
call.
stores. No, I can't open the till unless it's a purchase. Yeah. I'm like, what?
Let's hope they're allowed to, because you're gonna hear me ask. I didn't mute myself.
Yeah, a lot of these shorts that I've been making, it's tough because they're old. So, like, sometimes it's like I don't want to post stuff that's not relevant anymore.
Can I have paid for it?
Is that going to get change?
That would be possible.
So let's see here real quick.
Zach's trying to get change at pet value. Are they going to be nice and give you the change?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, they did. Wow. Yeah, it's red deer. In Calgary, they'd say no.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I got lucky.
Nice. I was just saying it's only because you're in red deer. Yeah.
They wouldn't have other places or what?
In Calgary? No. They would have said no. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I don't mind red deer, man. Like, it's too bad I didn't have more for my business there. I'd have to be, if I lived there, I'd just have to come back to Calgary like 10 times a week. So
Too much, yeah.
it'd be, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's not much going on here, really. It's kind of a smaller city. Not even in Red Deer right now. I'm actually in a different city.
Black Falls?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's pretty
I
much
don't
the
know if this
same.
is a
It's right
road.
next door to it.
Driving on this side
Hey, I
road
don't
here.
think I don't think where I go, where I go down Gold Pannon, I don't think it's that far from your place.
I don't think it is either.
No, because I went
I'm.
by 50. You live on Ross, right? 50th?
Yep. I live
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Ross.
So I'm over 67th Street Bridge. It's 45th Avenue that I go down. It goes
Oh,
along the river there. Yeah.
piece of shit.
Well, I'll get you to meet me down. I will get you to come down next time I come down though. If you're
Phone turned off the GPS again. I'm in Blackfault, so I can't look at my phone because I'll get freaking ticketed instantaneously. Not
yeah.
to drive or anything, but I need to see the GPS so I can know where the hell I'm going. I
Well,
gotta
see
pull
that's
over randomly. It sucks. I freaking hate this stupid phone.
oh
I
yes. Yeah, you know what?
just pulled over and fixed it, and I look and it's fucking. I hate when technology doesn't work. It's probably my
I'm
biggest
at
pet
the
peeve
point
of
now
all
where I
time.
don't need GPS almost in Red Deer. Yeah, I'm close now. Like, to find an exact house or something like that, then you know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
get the avs in the streets. Like I pretty much know the city now, just because it's a grid system. It's the same as Calgary
I
that way.
hate
You got
this.
avs in the streets, right?
I tell it 13 times. Don't go on low power mode. Don't turn the screen off for no reason. Does it anyway.
Yeah.
iPhone, man. Don't get them. Don't get them.
So Matt and Arachley, I was thinking about their match. Matt
Matt
Strickland.
and Rackley, that'll be a really good one.
It's just so curious. It's so left-handed. It's just so weird. Matt's
It's a weird
actually,
one.
yeah, it's weird. Matt's pulled good with the left though of late. So he beat Grundy left-handed. He beat I mean, I know that's not a Rackley level, but he beat Grundy. He beat that Wilmot guy or whatever his name is from the States. He's like one or two left-handed. Yeah. Yeah, he actually
Wilton
has.
Brock.
Yeah, Wilton Brock. That's his name, Wilton Brock. Yeah, yeah, that
What'd you
guy.
call him?
I don't know, Wilton or something, or I don't know what
Oh, that's
Milton.
his name, Wilton. Milton. Yeah, okay, yeah. I was
I
gonna
don't
say
know. I might have said
I forgot
Milton.
his
I
name
don't
too.
know.
Whatever you said made me remember because I forgot it too.
Yeah, I said Winton or what? I don't know. I called him something different anyway. I know that.
Wonton, that's his name.
Yeah,
Wonton.
wonton. Yeah, yeah. That wonton guy. Yeah, but anyway, he did awesome against him.
Oh my god, man, my phone turned off again. It's fucking stupid. Sorry, guys, if you keep on here, I literally just hate when technology
Oh, you're
fails.
trying to GPS and you
Yeah,
can't.
I'm near his place too, but I'm in the middle of a back road and I'm trying to like see when to turn, where it is. It's not talking to me. It's not showing me anything. It pops up and then it just goes away.
Oh, you're going to get a marketplace item?
Yeah, I'm going to grab something.
Nice.
Now I have to. This sucks.
Well, you know what? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do it for. We just wanted to get on here and say hi to everyone. You know what? We're gonna call the pod, and we'll
Everyone's just hearing me rage at a freaking GPS system.
fucking GPS. No,
Dude,
no.
if
You know
in a
what?
match I need to rage, I'll just think about GPS systems. I'll be like, let's go.
No, no. Tell you the truth, I don't. You know what? I need another day or two before we do a pod because I got to get out of my bitterness. I've been like just kind of emo. So I
We've
gotta
all been there,
snap the
man.
fuck. I gotta snap the fuck out of it. So we'll do a pod in like another day or two, and then I'll have a bunch of talking points for sure, and I'll be over this stupid fucking feeling I got. So, but anyway, thanks for joining everyone. Thanks, Zach. Hope good luck getting whatever you're buying.
Yeah,
And
thanks for joining everybody. Hear
yeah,
me
and
rage next time.
yeah, yeah,
That was a
and
horse.
make sure you like and sub, even though I'm sure you guys all did, and then watch the shorts, even if you just click them and turn them off, because it puts it to the head of the algorithm, and then people can just clicking it once can have 20 other people can then watch it. So, but anyway, thanks a lot.